So what you have on the far side is your two wash stills. So in there what we're doing is just a distillation like anywhere else. So you boil, alcohol is more volatile than water, so when you boil it up the alcohol comes off first. So we're taking it to about 22% alcohol here, and everything that comes over we keep. Then we go to the spirit stills here, goes in at about 22%, but we take 3 different cuts. So there's what we call the 4 shots, which is all the higher alcohols. We then have the spirit cut, and then we have the faints, which is much more waxy, heavier stuff. The faints and the 4 shots go back into the next one as well, so it gives you a level of consistency. Spirit comes off at about somewhere between 70 and 72%. Depending on the harvest again. You'll tend to see virtually everywhere in the world that stills are made of copper, not stainless steel. Copper wears away, it's expensive, but that's the reason why you have it, as it acts as a catalyst for removing sulphur compounds. We actually have quite a heavy new make that has some sulphur left in it, but it matures out and leaves behind some really quite heavy, nutty cereal aromas. It's really good.
So what I see bubbling up on that side there is actually the wash, right?
Yeah, the wash is the beer.
Oh yeah. And is it like a percolator, like almost like a coffee pot effect?
What I'll do, I'll see if there's one open. It does it'll go round, but we've got coils in our wash stills, which is just like the bottom of a kettle.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just the coils, and in here we've got what we call pans, which is well big circular things, and they just pump up the heat, and again that gives you a good rotation of the wash.
Okay.
You travel around Scotland and visit each distillery, you know, they'll all have different shapes and sizes of stills, so that adds to the uniqueness.
Yeah.
You know, you've got the water supply, whether they use peat or no peat, you know, the altitude where the cask is, and also the shape of the stills determines that flavour. So every distillery is different, unique. There's some short, stocky ones. We were at Dalmore yesterday, have stocky stills with flat tops, which is unusual. So
because the mash is Scotch, right? Am I wrong about this? With most distilleries, the mash is pretty similar from distillery to distillery.
Process is pretty much the same.
Yeah. So, but it's all about process, right?
Yeah.
So you get different flavors through what kind of skill you have, how you age it, where you age it.
With the exception of peat.
Yeah, exactly.
The raw material that 90% of distilleries use is exactly the same.
And that's different from like American bourbon, where you have a higher rye content, you get more spicy flavor, more corn makes it sweeter. Exactly. So it's all processed. That's pretty cool. That's pretty craft.
Yeah, that is. And like Steve was saying, the size of still matters, because what's happening is the liquid's cooling as it goes up the still, so it's getting purified the higher up it goes. So the taller your stills, the more stuff you're removing. So we've got quite short, dumpy stills, so we leave quite a lot in. Like Steve was saying, Dalmore will leave almost everything in, and that's why it's so heavy.
Yeah.